Yeah.
So do let me know once my screen is visible to you so that we can start.
Yeah.
And here, let me share my screen. So do
Yeah.
let me know once my screen is visible to you.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So last time we were talking about OSPF, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So let's proceed with OSPF today, and we will go for different what to say, like topics in the OSPF. OSPF, let me tell you, is really a very good protocol and a very big protocol, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk about OSPF and then we will proceed further. So in
Okay.
OSPF, uh, just allow me a minute. Actually, I am outside today.
No, no, it's
So,
okay. Take your time.
the thing is, maybe you will feel little bit different here also, but I hope that's fine.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
So, if I'm not wrong, I talked about something DR and BDR. Have we talked about DR and BDR?
Yes.
This terminology we talked about, right? Designated router and backup designated router, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And we talked about the different type of links or topologies.
Yeah.
So in those topologies, especially in broadcast multiple access, which means when you have fast Ethernet, let us say there is a switch, okay, and there are a couple of the devices which are connected like this, okay, and these devices are enabled with OSPF in the single area. Let us say here all of them are in the area 10 in our topology, okay. So in this case, it will create one router as DR, one router will become BDR, right? So
Yeah.
DR and BDR are bit like your, you can say leaders, okay? So
Yeah.
this is the primary leader, designated router. So all of the routers, no matter how many routers you have, okay, all of the router will gonna send all the updates to DR or the BDR, okay? They will send the routes to DR or BDR, okay?
Yeah.
Only. And DR and BDR will send it to different, maybe you can say different routers available into that broadcast domain. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. Now, how this DR and BDR election will happen? Have we talked about that?
Yeah.
Tell me how. So
Actually, I
this,
forget because it's 4 days, so I forget this
no,
one.
no, I didn't talk much about it. Let me tell you now. Okay. So DR, BDR election depend upon two things. One is the priority, okay, where highest priority will win. Highest is better,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
highest is better. And by default, if you will see, by default, every router has a priority number one,
Okay.
okay. So
Yeah.
by default, everybody has default priority one. This is first. Second, second point is the router which has highest router ID. Remember about router ID?
Yeah.
So router ID is bit like whatever router ID your device has. The device whosoever has the highest router ID will become DR, and maybe the second one will become the BDR. Is this point clear?
Yeah.
So let's select, let me just maybe, tell you a scenario. Let us say we have only two routers on the broadcast multiple access. Okay. This router has the router ID 10.1.1.1. This router has the ID 10.1.1.2. Okay. I
Yeah.
can create a loopback over here 1.1.1.1 and maybe a loopback here 1.1.1.0. So who should be the DR as per theory?
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
router 1. This is router 2. Who should be the DR as per theory?
Should be router 2.
Should be router 1. Let me tell you. It's a loopback, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here the loopback is this. So who is winning the highest priority? Highest read. So this is loopback, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Here also there is a loopback. Okay. Loop spelling is a little bit wrong. So it's a loopback. Okay. So
Yeah.
loopback will highest loopback ID is for your R1. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
So who will win the race? R1 will win the race as per your theory.
Yeah.
Got my point?
Yes.
So
Yes.
let us say when you are just turning them on, R1 will be in which state? Down state. Correct?
Yeah.
This is also in which state? Down state. Let us say R1 is sending hello. Hello packet I talked about earlier also, that in hello, it will take its router ID, right? It
Yeah.
will say who is DR, who is BDR. And initially there is no DR and BDR, so it will take the value as 0.0.0.0. Okay.
Yeah.
It will talk about the priority, like what is the priority. As I told you, by default priority is 1. When this packet will get received by R2, it will go into a state named as init, initializing. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Same way, R2 will also send hello. And in hello, it will talk about what is my router ID. Okay. So here in router ID would be what? 1.1.1.0. Here the router ID is what? 1.1.1.1 because loopback will win the race.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So no matter what is your physical IP may be much better. But if you have loopback will win the race always. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it will also say my DER and my BDR is 0.0.0.0. It will also say my priority number is 1, which is by default. It will also mention one thing that I have some active neighbor. How? Because that neighbor is coming from this hello, first hello, right? So it will
Yeah.
say I have an active neighbor whose IP is 1.1.1. Correct?
Yeah.
When this packet will be get received by your R1 will see it's my router ID 1.1.1. It means the next device already know about me. It will make its state into two-way. So the two-way communication happens. These states are very important. I talked about first state down, second state init, third state is two-way.
Two-way.
Please ask.
Yeah, it's okay. Fine.
Similarly, it will also gonna send the information, and in that information there will be router ID of your R2. It will also make itself into 2. Getting my point? So these are the states, how the states will come. But what you need to understand here is earlier when there is no DR and BDR selection happens, both of them will send the hello packet. In the hello packet, they will give the value as 0000. Okay.
Yeah.
Now they need to do the selection of DR and BDR. Okay. So during this selection, you are aware there is a dead period, dead time, which is 40 seconds. The same value will be of wait time. There is something named as wait time. Its value will be also 40 seconds. This wait time is to get wait when your four hellos are getting exchanged between these two routers, and they are just electing DR and BDR. So how much time it will take? Approximately after 40 seconds, they will select the DR or BDR. Are you getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
Any doubt?
Yes. Okay. Fine.
So this is one thing. Now let me proceed. What do you think? If I don't have router 2, I have only router 1, which has the IP address, loopback IP address of 1.1.1.1, and maybe the physical IP address is 10.10.1.1. This interface. This is loopback. What do you think so? What should happen in such case?
I think it's automatically will be there, right?
So you are right. It will send hello. Okay. It will keep send hello out of this link. Hello, 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 4 times. After that, wait time is over.
Yeah.
Wait time is over. Once your wait time is over, it will declare itself as BDR. Please remember, I am talking about here BDR, not DR. Okay.
Yeah.
It will declare itself as BDR. And once BDR is declared, it will promote it as DR. Okay. So
Okay.
always the selection will be of BDR, and BDR router will promote it to the DR if there is nothing in question or there is nothing in the challenge. And post some time, R2 is coming up. Let us say post some time, R2 is coming up. R2 loopback IP is now 1.1.1.2. What should be the case now?
Okay. I think it will be there.
All right.
Yeah.
So in this case, let me tell you one thing. OSPF, DR, BDR is non-preempt, non-preemptive in nature, non-preempt in nature. What does this mean? This word is really important. It means once selected or elected will not change. Getting my point?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
even though R2 has a bigger IP, it will not change. It will make R1 as DR. And itself it will declare R2 will declare itself as BDR.
Okay.
Is this point clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if there is third router is coming R3 with the loopback 3333, what should be the case?
Okay. I think only one BDR and the second one BDR. The third one no.
Right. So third one will be acting as something which I told you earlier, DR other.
Yes.
Although its IP is much better, but there is nothing will be changed once DR and BDR is elected, then none of them will be gonna perform these calculations again.
Okay.
Any question?
No, it's okay. Fine.
Okay. Let me ask some questions from you.
Okay.
Let us say we have R1. Okay. Then maybe we have R2, R3, and then maybe R4, R5. Here, bit like I just wanted to make your concepts clear. That is the reason I am making this topology.
Yeah.
R7. Here maybe R8. Here maybe R9. How many DR, how many BDR are there in this diagram? Considering all the links are fast Ethernet or maybe gig Ethernet, or you can say Ethernet links are there.
Yeah, only one DR and one BDR.
Correct. So that
Yeah.
is what I wanted to make you understand. DR and BDR is not a single over the topology. Okay.
Yeah.
It is always interface wise. The thing is, answer will be many DR, many BDR. Why? This side, it is a different domain. Here, R8 can be DR, it can be a BDR. Getting my point?
Yeah.
This is a different domain. Here, it can be BDR or DR, whatever, okay, depending upon your topology, DR, and it can be BDR. Then, this is the different domain. Okay, here,
Okay.
let us say this is DR, this is BDR, and this can be DR other. Are you with me?
Yes, 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 yes.
R1 is a single router, but it's not about the router, it's about the links. R1 is acting as a BDR also, R1 is acting as a DR also, and R1 is acting as a DR other also, depending upon different links.
Okay.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, yes.
Similarly, here you can see this is the complete domain. Here you can see there is a complete domain. So here can be, it can be DR, it can be DR or whatever. It can be BDR, it can be DR other. Similarly, here you can say this is DR other, this is BDR. Any question?
Not okay. Fine.
So this depend upon network, okay, not on your router. Is this point clear? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
If clear, tell me how many DR and BDR in our lab?
Okay. One.
Let me just fetch it out this question over the whiteboard so that later on if you are checking, maybe you can able to understand. Question is clear, but right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, tell me how many DR, how many BDR in our lab?
Okay, we have two domains.
Okay, so one domain should be this,
Yes. And the other one there.
another one is there. Right.
Yeah.
So you can see the loopback IPs. Tell me, as per theory, who should be DR, who should be BDR? I hope you can able to see the IPs detail, right?
Yes, yes, I can see.
So as per theory, you tell me Who should be DR? Who should be BDR?
R1 will be the DR.
No. Why? Who will be DR? The highest
Oh, okay. Sorry.
read. Highest read will be either the loopback IP
Yeah,
or the physical IP.
physical IP. Yes.
Highest. So now tell me, who should be
Yeah,
the DR?
the DR in the first domain, the router 2.
Right. In the upper
Yes.
domain, it should be router 2 as per theory. Okay.
Yes.
So as per theory, it should be a DR and it should
And,
be a BDR. Good.
and router 4,
And router 4 should be DR. Who should be BDR?
the BDR router 3.
Right. So it should be BDR. It should be this interface should be
Yeah,
DR
the
other.
other. Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
that is how you are correct, perfectly right. So this is the topology is telling like what should be DR, what should be BDR. Any question?
Yes, okay, fine.
Okay. Now let me show you the same using our lab. Okay. I am just turning on this guy, router 1, nothing else. And I will show you how through the router 1, it will elect the BDR and then make it as DR. Getting my point?
Yeah,
Let me capture gig 0 by 0. So as I told you, as I was telling you, so currently I am on, somewhere outside. So
yes,
maybe
okay.
device console, you will feel like little bit different, but I hope you will able to understand. Okay,
Yeah,
I cannot take the local console here, but that's fine. Let it get booted up. Then I will tell you the same thing, whatever we were discussing in the theory, I will gonna show you over here.
okay.
Let the router come up, okay?
Yeah,
Okay, seems this is up. Let me check. Show run. Oops. Section router OSPF. Okay. Show IP interface brief. Okay. Conf T interface. I am just making my Gigi interface up. Okay. Gigi 0 by 0. No shut. And no router OSPF 1. Okay. I
yeah,
just disable the router OSPF so that currently it should not be becoming anything. I wanted to show you everything using the like Wireshark. So if you see currently there should not be any OSPF. Okay, maybe there was an OSPF hello packet
yeah,
earlier it sent, but that's fine. I just break it. Okay. Can you see the
yeah,
DR value by the way?
yeah,
So 0000. Okay, but that's fine. We will check it later on. Let me just go to my device again. Fine. I am making my router OSPF 1 now. OSPF 1. But before this, let me do the debug. Do debug IP OSPF. Hello. Do I need to put the do command because I am in the config mode.
yeah.
Do debug IP OSPF urgency. Okay. Do debug IP OSPF packet. So I just enable 3 debugs here. Can you see?
Yeah,
Hello, adjacency, and the events. I already removed the OSPF so that all the calculations should be in front of you. And then I am now enabling OSPF router, OSPF 1. Network 10.10.1 1.1. I hope it's sufficient for now. In area 10. When I will put enter, you could able to see the hello packets and all those packets. Maybe you can able to understand what I am telling. Okay, let me put enter, press Control Z. So you can see hello is sent.
Yeah.
So wait for some time. I need to show you the whole process. Second hello is sent. Can you see?
Yeah.
After every 10 seconds, your hello is sending. Third hello. And it is sending to 224.0.0.5. You can able to see that.
Yes.
Fourth hello, right?
Yeah.
Now wait time is over. If you will see after this, your DR and BDR process should come into the picture. Approximately 3 to 4 or 5 hellos it will send. Can you see?
Yeah.
End of wait interface. Can you see here?
Yes.
And what it is saying? DR,
Yeah. With
BDR.
the election. Yeah.
And, what it elected? Can you see? It elected
Yes.
the BDR.
Yes.
If you see, it elected the BDR.
Yes.
Then promoted the BDR to DR.
Yeah. Yeah.
And making the BDR as 000 because none of the other router is up.
Yes.
And final conclusion you can see here, it is saying this is DR 1.1.1.1. Although, let me tell you, there is a very big confusion. It is in the captures, it will always show you router ID. But the DR and BDR is the interface link, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So it, although it is showing you the router ID, but you cannot believe on this. You need to check your interface IP. Let me show you now the same thing on the wireless Wireshark capture. Okay, let me stop this and filter the OSPF packet. So if we see, it should be the first packet which should going. You can see the DR and BDR is 000. Can you see here?
Yeah.
Let me go to the second packet. DR and BDR is 000, right? Third
Yes.
packet, DR, BDR 000. Fourth 000. Fifth 000. Now the DR and BDR election should have happened. Let me go further. Can you see this?
Yeah.
But can you check the DR value?
Yeah.
It's not router ID. It should be what? It should be interface IP. And in our case, if you check our diagram, the interface IP is 10.10.11.
Yes.
It is not router IP, but it should be a router ID, but it should be an interface IP. And since there is no BDR currently, you can able to see the BDR value
Yeah.
is what? 0.0.0.0.0.
0.0.0. Yeah.
I hope you are able to understand what I am telling.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And I also shown you the wait time, end of wait time. Can you see here?
Yeah.
Any doubt, any question?
No, no, it's okay.
Same thing you can check over here. Show IP OSPF interface. This interface is gig 0 by 0. Okay, let me show you this. Now, if you check this, it is showing you it is gigabit Ethernet. Okay, which is protocol
Yeah.
is up. And then you can see what is your area. Area is 10. Can
Yeah.
you see it is telling its router ID? Just allow me a
Yes.
minute. Okay? There is phone call is coming.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, sorry, back. So you
Yeah,
can
it's
see
okay.
it is telling you the router ID, right?
Yeah.
And but here can you see it is talking about router ID, DR ID, and it is telling that I am the DR. Okay. Earlier it was telling its own router ID and the process ID here, right?
Yeah.
But if you see the DR information here, it is telling on this interface, DR is myself and my interface IP is 10.10.11. Point clear? Am I audible? You are not.
Hello?
Yes, yes, yes. So
Yeah.
you can able to see, is this fine?
Yes, yes, yes.
And if you see here, it is saying currently there is no backup designated router on this
Yeah.
network. Correct?
Yeah.
Any doubt?
No? Okay.
Okay. Now let me show you the same output again. Do show run section router OSPF. Okay. No router OSPF 1. I just removed it just to show you a couple of more things here. Okay. And I
Yeah.
wanted to show you that if I will check it earlier. So first, can you see this time interval here? Time interval. Wait time, can you
Yeah.
see 40 seconds?
Yes.
Right? Now let me show you. Router OSPF 1 and let me copy this. Put over here, enter. What happened? Oops. Okay. Do show IP OSPF interface Gigi 0 by 0. Here, can you see this?
Yeah.
State is what?
Waiting.
So currently your no designated router, no backup designated router. I am showing you the same topology, but I am showing you the command. And here you can see after how much time this designated router will be elected. Can you see?
Yeah.
This timer is decreasing. And here you can able to see DR and DR interfaces now there.
Yeah.
Any question so far, please ask.
No, it's okay.
So this is your DR and BDR election process, like how your DR and BDR will happen. I hope there should not be no question. If you have, maybe you can ask later on and we can talk about it later on.
Yeah.
Now, let me just do the configuration on other routers. Okay, let me close this. Give me a minute. Let me close this as well. If I will go over here, let me boot this device and maybe let me go to the R3. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just showing you that DR is already elected. Although router 3 is having the highest IP address, but
Yeah.
it will be acting as the BDR only. Let it get booted up.
Okay.
Okay, I can see it should be up now.
Yeah.
Okay. So show IP interface brief. Conf terminal. Here interface gigi 0/0. I will put as no shut, but before that, let me show you do show run, then section router OSPF. Here you can see router OSPF we have already enabled. So I need to just issue the command no shut. When I will issue the command no shut, you can see here the election is already done. So let me say do debug IP OSPF hello, do debug IP OSPF adjacency, do debug IP OSPF maybe packets, and let me say no shut. Once this interface will come up, you would be able to see how the states will go. Can you see?
Yeah.
Here, one thing which you need to note it, that DR was already elected. So we haven't wait for the wait time. Can you see?
Yeah.
So we haven't wait for wait time. Why? Because DR was already there. So you can
Yes.
see the DR is 1111, still 1111. And BDR is 3333.
333. Yeah.
Although it is having different value, but you can see it is showing you that DR and BDR value is little bit like that. And
Yeah.
they are doing a start, exchange, and then they are going to the loading state. If I will show you show IP OSPF neighbor, you can see it is saying full. Who is
Yeah.
my neighbor? 1.1.1
One
is
on
my
one.
neighbor.
Yeah.
What is the priority of the neighbor? 1.
One.
What is the state? State is full. And who is the neighbor? Neighbor is DR.
Yeah.
But if I will check it as on router 1 will show my neighbor is BDR. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Can you see?
Yeah.
It is saying 3333. The priority of the 333 is 1. What is the state? Full. And what is the role?
Yeah.
BDR.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can
Yeah.
see what is the interface, what is the IP address, all of those things you can able to see. So I just proved you one thing, that if in our network, okay, if in our network there are two devices, these devices may be having the highest router ID, these devices may be having the lowest router ID, and they are just on 10.10.10/24 broadcast network. Okay, this is loopback 0 here, loopback 0 here. So if they will boot exactly at same time, then this should be the DR. But if it will boot earlier, then who will be the DR? This guy will be the DR.
Yeah.
Router 3 will be the DR and router 4 will be BD. So it depends upon boot time as well. Why? Because the election or selection process will done beforehand, then it is non-preemptive. Any question, please ask.
Yeah. Can we change if I need can you open the topology and the lab?
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. Can we change router one? It's a DR with the lowest lowest loopback. Can we change it to another?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
I am just about to come on that scenario,
Yeah.
but I need to show you a couple of more things first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you can see the DR and BDR selection is already happened.
Yeah.
Let me bring this guy also. Okay, this
Yeah.
is router 4, which is having the highest router ID. Correct?
Yeah.
But this is coming after the DR BDR election process happened. So even it should be a candidate of DR, but it will become DR other. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Wait for some time. Let it get booted up. Then I will show you. IP interface brief. This is down. Show run section router OSPF. Okay, it has all the interface. Let me go over here, make this 0 by 0 as no shut, but before that, do debug IP OSPF. Hello, do debug IP OSPF adjacency and do debug IP OSPF packets as well. And let me put no shut, and I can show you all of the things how it will gonna happen. Here you go. See, loading is done very fast. No wait timer, nothing. Why? Because already DR and BDR. Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see the DR and BDR value?
Yes.
It is saying I am making myself as DR or BDR.
Yeah.
33333. But it will say, wait. Your DR and BDR is already there into the picture. Okay. And
Yeah.
if you check show IP OSPF neighbor, you can see who is the DR. 1.1.1 is DR.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Who is the BDR? 3333 is the BDR. Right?
Yeah.
If you will check the same thing on R1, R3 is BDR,
Yeah.
R4 is now DR other. Can you see?
Yeah.
Same thing if you will check on R3, it will show you DR and DR other. Can you see? DR and
Yes.
DR other. Any question, please feel free to ask.
Yeah, it's okay.
Let me show you one more thing. No router OSPF 4. I will enable it in a moment. No router OSPF 3. No router OSPF 1 in the code. Okay. Okay, debug. Let me make the debug. Do debug IP OSPF. Hello. Then adjacency and then packet. I'm enabling all of the debug. Okay.
Yeah.
Here also, if I will go to the R3, let it be like this. On R4, we don't have elected anything. Now, as per the theory, if I will make all of them as up now, like here I'm going for 4, here I am going for 3, here I am going for 1. See, this process ID I am taking different just to show you that process ID can be different here in case of OSPF. But network area should be same. Otherwise, it will not come up. I am taking area as 10. So let me just copy this command and let me put it over here. I am not putting enter currently. I will put enter and I will show you a couple of more things. Okay. So
Yeah.
let me do it quickly. Here R4 done. R3 done, and R1 done. And here on the R4, let me show you show IP OSPF neighbor. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Same command, let me do like that. Can you see currently this is in DR other
Yeah, there. Yeah.
and two-way, correct?
Yes.
So currently the DR and BDR are not elected. But I wanted to show you a couple of more things like state is two-way. This state will be keep on changing. Can you see extract?
That, yes.
Can you see full?
Yeah.
That is what I wanted to show you. See, your states will be keep on changing like extract, exchange, and then full. Okay. So it
Yeah.
will take some time. So R1 is rebooted. Yep. R1 is rebooted. Let it come up. So here if you see R1 is now DR. Show IP, OSPF, interface, Gigi 0 by 0. If you see, designated router IP is
Yeah.
444 and my router ID is also 444. So I am the boss.
Yes.
R4 is DR and
Yeah.
this is BDR.
Be
Let
there.
me
Yeah.
show you. Show IP, OSPF neighbor. If you will see, uh, show IP, OSPF interface, Gigi 0 by 0. And you can see state is BDR. Can you see?
Yes.
So as per the theory, what I talked, I hope I have shown you how the DR and BDR selection will happen.
Yeah.
And it will become show IP OSP neighbor, it will become DR other. So you can see one is DR, one is BDR. So R1 is DR other. So if I will go over here, I can see show IP OSPF neighbor. See, R1 is DR other, right? Same thing you can check from here, show IP OSPF interface Gigi 0 by 0. And you can see my state is DR other. Any
Yeah.
question?
Yeah. It's okay.
It is telling who is my DR. It is telling who is my BDR. What is my state? It is already described. No question?
Yeah. It's okay.
Now, in my topology, this, if I will bring up router 2, okay, this
Yeah.
will also become the, because it's a Gigi Ethernet, it will be also become the fast Ethernet. Or
Yeah.
sorry, it will also become the broadcast network. So I
Yes.
wanted to make changes into point to point. So what I will do before making it enable, I will go to the terminal. Oops. I will go to the R1 and in the R1, it's gig 0 by 1. Yeah. What happened? R4 responsive, R3 is still not, R1, let me reconnect. Okay. So let me go to the config terminal, interface gig 0 by 1. I need to say OIS, IP OSPF network. This is point to point network. I need to define. Okay. So if you check show IP OSPF interface gig 0 by 1, you can able to see currently it is admin down. I will make it up. Don't worry. But can you see the network type?
Yeah.
But if you check for gig 0 by 0, can you see here the network type is what?
Broadcast. Down.
Broadcast. Here,
Yeah.
here. Right. So you can see it's a broadcast and upper one is point to point.
Point to point.
So I am creating a topology where I am making my point to point router as up. I hope you are getting my point, what I am.
Yeah.
No question?
Yeah, it's okay.
Fine. So let me other side also configure the point to point, and then I will show you in case of point to point, the wait thing is useless. Okay. Here wait timer will not
Okay.
come to the picture. Oh, there nothing is there. Okay. I need to configure it. Interface Gigi 0 by 1. Here also IP OSPF network point to point. Okay. And let me check the
Yeah.
IP address. IP address is 10.1.1.2. So IP address is 10.1.1.2, 255.255.255.252. Now shut. Then router OSPF maybe, let us say 2. Network 0.0.0.0.0.0.0. Area I am taking it as 0. Okay, this side I am taking area as 0 and W. Okay, let me do debug IP OSPF. Hello, because I am not into the
Yeah.
config mode. Debug is not required. Do is not required. Now adjacency, and then last is packet also. Okay, I am just trying to show you this time. I don't require
Yeah.
anything. Show run section router OSPF. Okay, conti router OSPF1. No, I don't want this line in the area 10 because this line should be the part of area 0.
0. Yeah.
And I need to make this interface as up. Now shut. And let me show you this side how my neighborship will come up. Okay, here it will see it sent the router is there. Now you can see all the things is up within a some
Yeah.
line. Let me make annul. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Here there is no DR, no BDR. Why? Because it's a point-to-point
Yeah.
network. And
Yeah.
in point-to-point network, there is no DR, BDR concept.
Okay.
At point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I will show you over here, show IP OSPF neighbor, you can see.
Yeah.
Please take a look. If you have any question, you can ask.
No, it's okay. Good.
You are getting this point?
Yeah.
I have a question then for you. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have any question, that's fine. Show IP OSPF neighbor. If you see, show IP OSPF neighbor, you can see the state, how the states are looking like.
Yeah.
My question to you, okay, so that I am 100% confident that you understand the concept. Let us say there is R1. This R1 is configured with point-to-point link with R3. Okay. Here there are 3 routers, maybe R4, maybe R5, and R6. Okay.
Yeah.
This has the IP router ID 4444 5555 6666 1.1.1.1 3.3.3.3. On R1, when I will issue the command show IP OSPF neighbor, what should be the states, how it should be look like, you need to tell me so that I am 100% confident that you have grabbed the information, whatever I am trying to tell you.
Yeah. The state, it will be the DR.
So here, let's consider this is an DR, this is an BDR, and this will act as a DR other. It will also at this point will be DR other.
Yeah.
This is P2P, P2P. This side is also P2P.
What's the question again? Sorry.
What will be the output of show IP OSPF neighbor? So here the field will be neighbor ID, which will be router ID, right?
Yeah.
Then there will be priority. What is the priority?
Yeah.
And there will be state. Then maybe dead time, interface, and all of those things. I am not considering that. I just wanted to know about these details. Question is clear?
Yeah.
So here my neighbor ID, let me write down, will be 4.4.4.4. It will be 5.5.5.5. It will be 6.6.6.6. And it will be 3.3.3.3. Priority should be by default 1111 and 4.2 priority
Zero.
is.
Yeah.
Now let's come to the state. State you need to tell me. Question is clear, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it, then I will explain.
Yeah.
Should I explain?
Yes, please.
Okay. So here, let me start with 3. It will be full.
Full.
And because it is not DR, not BDR, it is a point to point. So there will not be anything. It will be dash. Correct?
Yes.
6. It will be full. And since it is a DR, here it should be mentioned as DR. It will be full. And since it is a BDR, here it will mention BDR. Right?
Yes.
4 is important. 4 will always in two-way. Okay?
Yes.
Because it is also a DR other, and when DR other will communicate with other DR other, it will always be in DR other.
Yeah.
Any question? Feel free
No.
to ask.
Yes. Yes. It's okay.
So you got the point?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let me just prove it using. Okay, let me ask some more questions, then I will prove it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. Yes.
But for the time being, let me show you all the
Yes.
states.
Can you give me
All the
1 minute? I need to answer the phone call. Just
sure,
please
sure,
1 minute.
sure.
Hello?
Yes, I am back.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So let me show you the same states except this two-way DR. Okay.
Yeah,
If you will go on router 1 and if you will issue the show IP OSPF neighbor command, can you see these states?
yeah,
So two-way I will show you in a moment. Okay. But rest of them I hope you can able to check.
yeah.
Any doubt?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. This one.
Now let me ask some trickier question to you. Okay.
Yeah.
You tell me what should be the case if my DR will fail.
Okay.
These are
Yeah.
interview questions. If our R6 fails, what happened?
It will make election again for, and it will take the highest loopback IP.
So in this case, as you are telling, that is true. It will make R5. Okay, the answer is
Yeah.
R5, which is BDR, which is currently BDR, will be promoted to DR.
Yeah.
And R4, which is the next available IP address, will
Yeah.
become BDR.
Be there.
No question?
No, see, one more thing. If it's R6 again up, so
That
it
is
will
my
take,
that is my question.
yeah.
So what if R6 will come into the picture? Or let me put the question like this. If
Yeah.
there is new router is coming, R7, which is having the IP 7.7.7.7 is coming. What should be
Yeah.
the scenario? Question is, if R7 is coming into the picture, is new router.
No,
What should be the
it will consider that there are others.
so R7 will be DR.
There are others. Yeah.
Very good. So now the question is, R6 is coming up.
It will be the same.
Right. So it will be considered
Yeah.
as DR other. It is
There are,
bit like
yes.
a new router.
Yeah.
Getting my point?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But if R5 will get down, then
Again, it will make a collection. Election
R5
again.
is down.
Yeah.
Now what should be the case?
It will make election.
How? No.
Okay.
Who will be the DR now? Who will be the
The
BDR?
DR will be R7 and BDR will be 6.
R4 is current BDR. So R4 will elected
R4.
as DR
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and R7 will become
BDR.
BDR.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Getting my point?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Any doubt?
No, it's okay. Fine.
Now, one more trickier question for you. Okay, these all are the interview questions.
Yeah.
What if in this network, or maybe let me change the topology. Okay, this topology is fine. Okay, let me just pick this topology of my topology. Okay, in my topology, let me copy this. Okay,
Yeah.
and paste it over here. In my topology, currently, this is a DR. This is a BDR. And this side, it's a DR other. Correct?
Yeah.
What if on R1, I am putting IP OSPF priority command, which can be from 1 to 255. By default, it is 1. Let us say I am putting the highest priority over here on R1. What should be the case?
It will be
Question
the
is clear.
same. Yeah. Yeah. It will be the same. The DR will be the same, right?
Perfectly fine. Yes, that is
Yeah.
true. So even in this case, if we put our OSPF priority, if I will put OSPF priority as 100, the DR will be DR, the BDR will be BDR. Why? Because OSPF, DR and BDR is non-primp. Correct?
Yeah.
Again, a trickier question for interview also. If on R4, on the gig interface, if I am going to the int interface gig 0 by 0, and I am putting IP OSPF priority 0, what should be the case?
Also, it will be the same.
This time no. OSPF priority 0 means, please understand,
Yeah.
0 means it can't be DR or BDR.
Okay.
If you
So
will
like
put
point to point. Yeah.
OSPF priority 0, it will leave its role at once.
Okay.
And that is the answer of your question. You were asking before some time. I was not answering your question, and the reason was it was the part of my today's class.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I have multiple of the routers and I don't want, so let us say in my device there are 100 of the routers.
Yes.
Okay? Any one of the router can up earlier, right? What
Yeah.
I will do, I will make all of their priority as 0. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only the DR priority will be 100, BDR priority, DR 200, BDR 100, like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So only couple of the routers will be having the priority where you can make change.
Yeah.
Getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
And that is the reason, like, no matter how many routers you are making up, they won't become the DR, they won't become the BDR.
Yeah.
And as I was mentioning you in yesterday's class, or maybe previous class, I will say.
Yeah.
Okay. So DR and BDR should be those routers, should be those routers which have the capability to handle such a huge, a task there would be. So they should be having a better CPU, better memory, or
Yes.
better resources. So new routers, you can just make their priority maybe higher, and rest of them maybe you can leave as the priority 0. Any question? Is there any question?
Hello?
Yeah. So is there any other question?
No, it's okay. Your voice was a little bit breaking. I cannot hear you.
Okay. So let me show you gig interface Ethernet 0 by 0. Currently, if you see what is your state, show IP OSPF interface gig 0 by 0. So currently, if you see what is you,
Yeah.
DR,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
44444, your ID is 444. You are currently state is DR.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me go to here on this device, make interface gig 0 by 0 and put IP OSPF priority, and I am putting 0 and I will put enter. Okay. Before
Yeah.
putting enter, I wanted to know from you, what should be the case now? If I will put over here 0, what should be the case now?
Again, what?
If I will put IP OSPF 0 here, R3 should be in which role and R1 should be in which role? Getting my point?
Yeah.
Here I am putting 0. So what should be the role change? It will become, it is current BDR, it will become DR. It is currently DR other.
Yeah.
It will become BDR. Getting my point?
Yes, yes, yes.
So let me show you the same thing. Okay. Let me show you the same thing so that you can able to understand. So I showed you this is a DR. Okay, R4.
Yeah,
R1, if I will show you, show IP OSPF interface, Gigi 0 by 0, it should be DR other. You can see its state, DR other.
yeah.
R3 should be, what happened? Let me refresh it once. Okay, I put that command here. I issued that command if I'm not wrong. Show run interface Gigi 0 by 0. Yes, IP OSPF priority is there.
Yeah.
You can see neighborship is changed. If you will
Yeah.
check show IP OSPF neighbor, you can see who is the DR now. 333 is the DR. And 1 become BDR. Can you see?
Yeah.
Show IP OSPF interface Gigi 0 by 0. You can see its state is now DR other. Why? Because the priority you changed to 0. Any doubt?
Yeah, it's okay.
My question, next trickier question I am asking to you. Okay,
Yeah.
again, interview related question. I am touching the interview related questions.
Yes.
So currently in my diagram, okay, let me just make it like this. Currently in my diagram, there is a router like this, then a router like this, a router like this, right? This is
Yeah.
R4, this is R3, this is R1. In my diagram, here the OSPF property is 0. This is acting as a DR. This is acting as a BDR, right?
Yeah.
What if I will make OSPF priority 0 here as well?
Okay.
Or
The
maybe,
R1 will be the DR.
correct, the one will be DR and it will become DR other.
Other. Yeah.
And there will be no BDR.
Yes.
What can be the impact of no BDR?
What again?
Is it good or no? What will happen to my network if there will be no BDR?
No, it's not good because if the DR will fail, so will make a problem this one.
Right. So if DR
Yeah.
will fail, then there is no backup router.
Yes.
But this can exist. The router will keep on working. There won't be any issue.
Yeah.
Getting my point?
Yes.
Let me just close these guys and open. Let me open them again. R3. Let me go to config terminal interface Gigi 0 by 0 IP OSPF priority 0 and if you will see, it will show IP OSPF interface Gigi 0 by 0. You will see at once
Yeah.
it change its role. And if you will check show IP OSPF neighborship, can you see this DR other what I was explaining you earlier?
Yes.
The two DR other will be in the two-way states. They will never become full and it will be as two-way and other. Let me show you the same diagram. Again, the same slide so that you can able to understand this thing,
Yeah.
this thing, correct? This
Yeah.
neighborship ID you can able to check. And similarly, if I will go to the R1, show IP OSPF neighbor, you can able to see both of them have lose their role to the DR other.
Yeah.
Any question, please ask.
Yeah, it's okay.
No question so far.
Yeah, yeah, no question.
So these are touching we are touching, all of the scenarios, like what happened when these things will gonna done. Okay.
Yeah.
Last question for you. If I will
Yes.
put IP OSPF priority command 0, on R1 as well, what should be the case?
There will need there is no BDR, no DR and no BDR.
Right.
Yes,
What should be the issue?
because the priority is 0. So
No. So what should be the issue? So if you check here, show
yeah,
IP OSPF database. Okay. Currently, you can able to see the database
yeah,
like right.
yes,
So you can see the show IP of OSPF database like this,
yes,
right? All of them are exchanging their database with each other,
yeah,
right? But if I will make it as OSPF 0, it means it will lose its quantity interface gigi 0 by 0, IP OSPF priority as 0. You will be able to see show IP OSPF interface gigi 0 by 0. It also just leave its
yeah,
off. But it will keep on going. Whatever is there, it will keep on going. Till when? Till this age is not over. Okay.
okay, yeah,
Remember, I talked about that they will be gonna change their OSPF, states.
yeah,
So once this is 1 hour, okay. The by default time is 1 hour. So after 1 hour, it will there would be if there is no database exchange is there, it got expired, then the problem will occur. Okay.
yeah,
And meanwhile, if there is new guy who is trying to join, so that guy will also be stuck in two-way if it has also the priority of 0.
yeah,
Getting my point?
yes, yes,
But if somebody will reboot this router or I will clear the ISPF process, okay, clear IP OSPF process. Yes. And let me do it over everywhere. Clear IP OSPF process. Okay.
yeah,
Clear IP OSPF process. And let me do yes. And here also, let me say clear IP OSPF process. Let me say yes. Every single device will be show IP OSPF neighbor. Can you see two-way
yeah,
in it? It will be into two-way and in it only. The full
yeah,
is the point to point. Okay. So just
yeah,
ignore about point to point, but rest of them, if you see, they will not become full ever. Why?
yeah,
Because of having the priority of
yes,
0.
of course, yes,
So if you check show IP OSPF database here, see, no database is built up. They
yeah,
have their own link, nothing else.
yeah,
And if you check here, show IP OSPF neighbor, you can see the state is 2.
yeah,
Any doubt?
yeah, it's okay,
So that is how your state matters.
yeah,
Okay. Your priority and all of those things, what I explained you today, please go through it again. Okay. Through the
yes,
videos.
sure.